Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be making the final tier list for the after party of the 6th anniversary, which is a new thing Legends has introduced. We got a new LF Omega Shenron, 1% Rage Shenron, and Ultra Kaioken Blue Goku's, platinum equipment. So yeah, I'm sure this tier list won't fit well with everyone, but remember, this is based on my experience, which teams I fight and how I deal with them and how much difficulty I face fighting each unit, and also on the occurrence of each unit. Like, imagine Ultra Gohan. Individually, he's still top 3, but I don't face him as much, so I'm not gonna put him top 3, and he's also not good in this meta. So those things will be under consideration when making this meta, and proud mode will be taken into. So yeah, please like, share, subscribe, and let's dive right into it. So first of all, let's start with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Let's get the big hitter out. He's still number 1. There's no question mark over it. His ultimate, he hits too hard basically, and his gauge, like, it's so easy to win matches 3v1 with him. Like, his gauge is so good at resetting neutral and gaining priority. Like, you pop his gauge, first of all he locks flush, then he uses a card, then he destroys all of your own cards, and he locks you in for the first 2 timing rounds. I don't need to say much about him, everyone knows how annoying he is. And if he pops his ultimate, somebody's dying. Like, in an ideal situation, which means just good equips on him, somebody is definitely dying. It's not even close. His counters will get to them later, but at the moment he is the undisputed number 1 with no argument over who's better or not. Like, he's so clear of the game. So yeah, let's move on to the next one, which will be fusing Vegeta Blue. Now I'll put him in number 2 because genuinely he is the best counter to this guy, but even like, you can't say he is tailor-made to counter him. He has his assault chain, which is good, but it's underpowered. Assault chain is still not the most perfect mechanic. I do believe the next instance of assault chain will be miles better. The problem is his ultimate hits so hard that it doesn't matter which unit you have, apart from a unit which cancels buff effects and has endurance, they're dying. Type, because he goes type neutral too. So you really need to kill him before he pops his ultimate, otherwise everybody's dead. But apart from that, he's great. The only reds running around are CMZ and Super 17 sometimes, and even CMZ is not seen that much. So yeah, I will say he is very good. And due to Ultra Kaioken Blue, his value is also a bit better due to CMZ's. I expect CMZ's occurrence to reduce down a bit if people start using Kaioken Blue a lot more. So yeah, he is number 2. I do believe they should have got a few things. For example, once they Goku and Vegeta fuse into him, they should have drawn a card, which they don't. When they enter into the battlefield, they should get him one more card, which is, these are basic things this unit should have had, and I do believe he would have been a lot better. And also all those assault chain part. If you're using assault chain, the blue card should be comboable. It shouldn't be that you use the blue card and then the gauge can be popped of the enemy. No, the blue card should be a part of assault chain. So yeah, he's at number 2, but this is the best meta for him. As I said previously, he will go down. There's not a meta where I see him going at number 1. Now talking about the third unit. Third unit is Vegito and him. I'll share the spot with them. 3A, 3B. Yeah. Vegito's Rising Rush mechanic is good. I'll actually put Vegito at 4, to be honest with you. Yeah. First, let's talk about Gohan. Gohan has gained a lot of value due to Omega being green. Omega's run a lot. And purple blue setup with Vegito, Gohan, and Ultra Gogeta is dumb. So yeah, this is an annoying unit, let's be honest. He cancels buff effects, but he's squishy. Once he's off featured boost, you will see how squishy he is, along with UG4. They both are squishy, but the difference is he has a gauge which stops combos. He does not have a gauge. So if you are comboing both of them with 4 strikes, you'll pop his gauge. He doesn't have any defensive mechanism after that. which is a bit of a flaw in his kit. And he hits hard. Like, let's be honest, he hits hard. He draws too many blue cards. Like, he spams blue continuously. Blue, blue, blue. His green restores his vanish 2 times. His ultimate reduces your vanish to 0. Like, he is dumb. I do believe hybrids need a new yellow because they need a protection from him. Otherwise, they need a new core which doesn't have Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, because he really shuts him down well, and so his team is only basically on leader slot or Majin Buu Saga, which does not bode well because you do need a lot of pure improvements. So yeah, at the moment he's good, but our future boost I do expect him to fall down if he doesn't get any support. But this is a movies campaign we have going around. We got a free to play Goten. You might get an LF Gohan or an LF tag Gohan or Goten, which might help him. Family Kamehameha. I hope not, because Gohans are busted. So yeah, talking about Vegito, his fourth. His value has gone down for me because Omega Shenron came with an indestructible, which means his rush, it's good. It's still a guaranteed kill on almost every unit other than him and obviously Omega. Like, indestructible is so important in surviving this guy's ultimate, this guy's rush. Apart from that, this guy still hits hard. He's still one of the hardest hitting units in the game. He combos for so long, he gets card draw speed if you switch out. Before fusing, he has one of the better defensive mechanisms. Once his health reaches to 50%, tuck. At that exact moment, he destroys all of your cards. They inflict you with -1 card draw speed whenever they switch in, switch out, or Vegito enters the battlefield. All of that is toxic. His green cards destroy Dragon Ball, so yeah, he's still up there. I don't see him going down until or unless they introduce new units, which also reduce the effect of his rising rush abilities, like a unit which on standby cancel buff effects. Like, so that his main gimmick, the rising rush, guaranteed nullifying endurance, guaranteed killing a unit, would get affected. But apart from that, I do see he can go up in the future meta depending on what units we get and what not. Now talking about Baby, I'll put Baby at 5. Wait, what other units do we have? Yeah, I'll put Baby at 5 and CMZ at, yeah, you can exchange these. I'll actually put Baby better than CMZ at the moment, meta wise. There are way too many purples running around. And you can go purple, red, but the main team is this guy, Ultimate Gohan, UG4 and Vegito. So yeah, I will go Baby and then CMZ. I don't think they need to share a spot. I do believe individually they are quite close, but CMZ's value has gone down a bit, but it could also go back here. But yeah, so talking about Baby, he is generally one of the better counters to UG4. Not better than him, but still very good. Honestly, he is a good enough counter to every unit because his gate destroys 2 of your cards, removes your vanish 2 times, and gives him a blue card which nullifies endurance. So he is basically a very good unit to stop combos, which means not a single unit can combo him for long. And you might think, okay, we can pop our main, he'll seals the main abilities too. He has a brilliant green card which is countering strike cards or tap attacks, and I've got so many units with it. His ultimate gives him his vanish back. If you switch out against him, there have been times where I'm facing the main team, as I said, Majin Buu Saga with Ultra G4 on leader slot. I basically chain 2-3 cards, the opponent switches, and boom, I have 2 new cards and my damage goes up. And he hits so hard that I almost basically one combo this guy or this guy. Obviously not this guy because his gauge saves him. But yeah, I've popped his endurance so many times. I popped his first life so many times with this guy on the first combo due to him hitting so hard. So yeah, I'll see him at number 5. Like, Baby was a sleeper unit when he released. Now we all can see how good he is in this meta. Like, he's on my core, and I don't think there has ever been a match where I've said, okay, no, he lost me in the match. No, he has been just that good. He is literally the perfect partner for UG4 because he cannot tank. He is squishy, his gate saves him. You eat 1-2 cards with him, you go to him, he destroys one card once he switches in, and then his gauge destroys more cards. He is literally like the perfect partner for this guy, which is so funny because he is also one of the best counters. Now talking about CMZ. CMZ is in an interesting situation now. He is the best red, there's no question over it. There are a lot of yellows running around, so you would expect his value to be up, as it is. But due to this guy getting a platinum equipment, he steals strike cards. Once an enemy switches in or he enters the battlefield, and CMZ gets a strike. So basically you cannot combo with CMZ until or unless you have a blast attack, and blasts don't do that much damage. At the moment, looking at the meta with purple, blue, what protection does CMZ have from the blue unit Vegito? Let's talk about it. We have 1 Omega Shenron, which gets countered by 2 purples. CMZ is not in a good spot, to be honest with you. Even on Fusion Warriors, I don't think he scores. Like, Indestructible is too important for me to put him at, top. I'll put him at 8. Or 9. I'll put him at 9. I think I'll put him at 8. Yeah, 8's a good enough spot for me. I do believe CMZ is at 8. Yeah, we'll talk about the next unit being the new LF, Omega Shenron. I'm good with this, yeah. Omega at the moment is in a better situation than CMZ, and trust me, this is the worst meta for Omega. I have Omega at 5 stars. He hits hard. First of all, he has a lot of burst damage. He gets double card draw speed if you use his gauge offensively, which cannot be cancelled. You get cover null for 10 time accounts, which also cannot be cancelled. His green is not the best, to be honest with you. I wasted draw a card, but if you have a dead battle member, it gains an ultimate, which is dumb. If 50 time accounts have passed, you go type neutral. And he has the best counter to the, apart from Golden Frieza, the best counter to his rush and his ultimate, Indestructible. And he reduces his own subcon by 5. And he does so much, I know. Once he enters the battlefield, he seals your blue card and green card for 5 time accounts. And if you pop his gauge defensively, he reduces your key. He also seals your ultimate, so you cannot ultimate with UG4 and any other unit. Like, he is genuinely a very important core member on Fusion Warriors and GT. Like, okay, on Fusion Warriors you can go without him, but on GT he is essential. And I do believe Majin Buu Saga is the best team in the game, arguably. Like, it's close. And the second is GT. I cannot put him on 4 on any team because of a simple reason, and that's one. On Fusion Warriors, his best setup, Merge Samasus. You need him to counter UG4. You cannot counter UG4 with VB or him. You need him, and you obviously need VB. You have a guaranteed rush kill. So now the third unit, do you use UG4 or him? Obviously you'll go UG4. It's not even a question over here. And now for the secondary fusion team, you go UG4, VB, and the secondary fusion team is him. He is meant to be the designated tank for you. Ultimate, rush, whatever, blue card, you put him in the battlefield. He goes type neutral defensively for 5 time counts, and offensively for 5 time accounts, but only 3 times offensively. So this is why I put him above CMZ. Yeah, but CMZ is still very good. Like, his hits hard, he hits too hard, his green card's very good. He steals your green cards if you vanish his attack, which is perfect against AoE green cards. Like, he still has the ability to 2 card and ultimate a unit. Like, there's no argument over CMZ. I just believe his value has taken a hit due to the meta evolving, as it obviously does to every other unit. Now we talk about the one and only I can't believe Kid Buu. Kid Buu is at, I'll go number 8, I believe. Yeah, I think Kid Buu should be here. I don't have any argument. Kid Buu at 8. Kid Buu is great. Like, Due to Omega Shenron being blast based, he finally has a unit who can support him. Like use him and him for a good team, great team. Like a blast based PO unit which has indestructible along with his endurance. It's like very good for him. Like this is a perfect partner he could have asked for. Now all they need is a yellow unit and this team is vibing. Like let's be honest. And why he is very good. He does a lot of good burst damage with his blast initially. But as I said before, his kit is counter productive to him. Like it basically contradicts everything he wants to do. 3 timer counts a Covenal. Gets no Covenal apart from that. Which is, I don't know why the Dave Trip decided that. His green should have given him Covenal for 5 timer counts. But he's still annoying. It's still annoying to catch him. He gets his vanish back quite quickly. You'll think he doesn't have his vanish, but boom, he still has his vanish back. Like there have been instances where I've used him and I vanish an attack, then opponent attacked again, I vanish it again, and then I vanish the other attack again. So he can be very annoying. If he had just extra Covenal and penetrate, sustain damage cut, I do believe he would have been better than CMZ in this meta. But at the moment, I'll happily put in a take. Talking about the number 9 unit, I'll go with the one and only, the best unit in the game, Rage Shenron. Like this guy, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was not expecting him to be this good, which is so dumb. But honestly, I should have expected him to be this good. Let's be honest. A Funky has character which no one cares for. Obviously, they're gonna make him toxic. Like look at his card art. Like his paralysis on every strike the opponent does is so dumb. First of all, his support is brilliant. 40% damage inflicting to the allies is great. He gives key, he gives card. He is like the perfect support for him. Like, and he's also a very decent counter to UG4. Like, what is he gonna do if he's affected with paralysis by him? I do like a 1% sparking making my top 10 is very weird because either it's ultras or legends limited. He's actually very good, I'm not gonna lie to you. His blue card also inflicts paralysis. His green gives him additional 50% chance to paralyze on the blue card. He goes type neutral defensively when hit with a tap attack, type blast or blast attack. So yeah, and he also has team heal by the way, which is quite rare nowadays. 25% to all HP of the team, which is very very good. Yeah, and his blue card, for surprisingly, has a very good animation too. Now talking about the number 10 unit, we'll go with, now this is where I said it would get controversial, and it's actually Golden Frieza. Honestly, I don't see Golden Frieza being above any of these units, and it's not because he's fallen down individually. Individually, he's still, I believe, up here. There's no question mark over it. But I haven't, like, in the last 30-40 matches I've faced, I've only faced him once, and I'm at the moment what, top 2k in PvP. Last season I ended at 3500 something rank. Like, I've only faced him once or twice at max. So even though individually he's very good, I cannot justify putting him above either of these units when I'm not gonna face him at all. Like, he still has one of the best counter to his ultimate, his comeback ability. You proc his comeback, he hits you back hard. First of all, it hits hard. He goes type neutral after you pop his comeback ability, He's very good unit. He needs just one more unit. Either give him a yellow or a red unit which supports him perfectly, an LOE unit, and you'll see him vibing back up here. And I hope he does not get it because he is annoying. Like, he's genuinely very annoying. His green restores his vanish. He gets so many green cards, you'll think he holds a green card. He's individually still very good. Yeah, now talking about honorable mentions, I'll put him out of here. I'll keep him. No, won't keep him. Yeah, now talk. Okay, I'll arrange honorable mentions like this. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah, this is perfect, actually, to be honest with you. Yeah. So yeah, now talking about this stuff over here. This guy got his platinum equipment. It's very good. it's actually very good. The platinum equipment I believe is better than what Omega got. I do believe it's better than that. It's arguable, but whatever. He still has one problem. Let me open his kit up for a second. Yeah, now talking about this, yeah. He gets 20% health, 50% to both attack and defense, and key recovery 50%. Brilliant start. Falling effects occur if one remaining health is 50% or below after hit by an enemy's attack. He restores health by 40%, goes type neutral for 30 counts, and seals main abilities. Now one more thing. This thing is cannot be cancelled. It activates twice, by the way. It cannot be cancelled. Like all the effects on the equipment cannot be cancelled by this. So yeah, once he enters the battlefield, he gets Governor for 30 counts. It activates twice. Which is very good. This is very good. 50% unique get charge rate, also very good. But it has a drawback. Before you could use a double vanish back tech. Now it charges so fast that you genuinely cannot do it anymore. It's very difficult to get it. Now if you have him at 7 stars or above, basically if you pulled him more than once, you get an additional 70% damage, and when you land a strike or a blast, it only activates once. You get 2 cards if you have 3 or 4, and you inflict enemies with 2 sub-count. Obviously it resets once you switch out. Now, talking about his kit, he still has a lot of flaws which the equipment doesn't cover. Like the equipment is good, like he has 50% damage reduction. Let me paint the scenario. It actually happened. I had a 30 card combo going on with UG4. He enters the battlefield, I use 2 blast. I pop the ultimate. I'm type neutral. I use a card and he restores his health by 40%. I pop my ultimate, he's dead. 50% doesn't cut it. Now he seals your strikes, which is very annoying for 2 time accounts. Whenever he faces an enemy, basically when he switches in or you switch out, he seals your strike. But looking at this guy holds 2 strike. Everybody else is balanced, 1 strike, 1 blast. He holds 2 blast. I've used him, I've faced against him. He's good, don't get me wrong, but he's usable at best. As good as he is, he does a lot of burst damage. He cannot combo for long. He stops your combos. He stops your combo before fusing. He reduces their ki. He stops the combos. Like it's not the best. He doesn't even have a team. I faced a 17-time God rank player who was using a 12 star. This guy, 14 star. This guy, 14 star. This guy. He did not do anything the entire match. And my team was him, and this guy. As good as he is, at best he is usable. He is nowhere near making top 10. You can even do this if you want to. I won't even argue with you. He is good, but he doesn't have a team, and I don't know. He's still basically not like his platinum should have given him more defenses. Let's be honest. First of all, 20% more damage reduction would have made him quite good. Like I used Super 17 in one of my teams because he sealed strike. I thought, let's see how well does he do his Super 17. He didn't do anything. He got shredded apart again, even with type brutality. This restores own health by 40% in his equipment. It didn't even proc because Super 17 debuffs your health restoration. This just isn't the meta for him. And it's a platinum equipment like Omega. This is probably either they are planning on buffing his teams a lot, or they just released it because they did not want him to be meta again because he's annoying as he seals strike. But yeah, he is decent. What I'll say is, like, if you don't have him, then you go for him. Otherwise there's no use to you. There's literally no meaning in using him. I'll just say that. He should be the 4th option as a yellow unit in the game. Not the first, not the second, not the third. He just isn't good enough. But yeah, let's be honest. He went from being absolute shit to, well, coming up in honorable mentions and being above UI, SSJ2 Gohan. That's an achievement on its own. I do believe with other equipments, like, they are basically starting out, so they don't know how to properly make these you know, like what the unit needs, like 20% extra damage reduction. Give him what? Nullify, reduce key or card effects and destroy card effects, and he'll even be better than, he might come over here. But yeah, that is it for the meta tier list for this final July, let's call it the after. So this is it for the after party 6th anniversary meta tier list. As you can see, there have been a lot of changes. I do expect the new LF to make even more changes if it's PO, but if it's Gohan, then he'll come back in the meta, he'll go up. I don't know what will happen. Well, let's see. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and goodbye.